All right, we are live. Greetings, fellow traders. Let me get this tweeted out so everybody can join in here. 1 second. All right. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right. Good, good, good. All right, well, I hope everybody had a great trading day today. Today we're going to be continuing our conversation on day trading key levels, and today we're going to be talking about the high and the low. So good stuff there. Before we get started, though, everything we're going to talk about is for educational purposes only and not investment advice. So please take a moment to review this disclaimer. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Good, good, good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to check and see where we left off in the market today, and then we're going to take a look at the futures and see what they're doing here this evening, and what they might be setting up going into tomorrow. And then we're going to go over the topic, and then we'll take questions and chart requests. So great stuff here. Let me just get a couple things adjusted here. One sec. Something just popped up right there. All right, good. Good, good, good. So, SPX. Awesome. So, oh, look at this. It's Thinkorswim. Wow. We got Thinkorswim pulled up today. Awesome stuff. Yeah, so Thinkorswim was down today. That was fun at the open. Not. So we ended up, kind of realizing quickly that it was not resolving itself really quickly. So we switched it over to TradingView. We were able to catch a live view of some moves. It was fun, kind of pure price action type stuff. No indicators, things like that. So it was a fun open. We pointed out some cool stuff. Apple on the short side, of course. Tesla strong. A couple moves like that. Boeing was really weak this morning, so that was pretty cool. But other than that, SPX here is still green on the month, right up 9 points today. Weekly chart. Oh, a lot of it came from the gap. Right, so today's range was only 8.37 points, right, making this an inside week so far, as it's getting really, really timid toward all-time highs. It's we make all these huge moves and we get to all-time highs and it just doesn't want to move, right? Daily chart, it's like such a teeny tiny range today, just nothing today, right? So fortunately there was a couple ones that were moving out there, but the market itself was just blah. So what else here? Let's take a look at that price action here on the 15-minute chart. I mean, it was literally contained pretty much entirely by the first 15-minute candle within the 15 orb range all day today. So pretty wild stuff there. So there's SPX, right? So green candle at the open, upper shadow right here. This is a good short potential right there. It was kind of funny. I usually gauge my SPY trades off of the S&P futures, and although we do use SPX. This was looking like a good short, but it was funny. I was late. I didn't end up taking the short because I was like, this is setting up for a short up here, and it had already moved. It had already moved because there's a delay in TradingView unless you have for futures, unless you have you pay for futures data or something like that. So that was pretty funny. But other than that, we still found some good stuff today. You can see here these are the levels provided to our members for each market opens. You can see how important they were today. I mean, again, just kind of hanging out between those levels. So just a choppy back and forth day today. There was this is nice right here, triple inside 5 down here to get to the low end of the range. But other than that, it just kind of is what it is today. So speaking of which, let's take a look at the future and see how they're doing here this evening. So let's take a look at the ES right here. So pretty cool stuff. So again, here's that choppy range here on the S&P futures. This is what I was looking at right here. So this is one of our signal zones, right? This is a prior drop zone right here. We're looking when we get to the top here. We're looking on this low volume day. We're looking for a reversal up here, and I was seeing it happen, and it had already happened, off of TradingView. But anyway, we tried to simulate it in TradingView today, but it was pretty cool. So tonight we actually got to pop out of the signal zone here. We got through the kind of touching on today's concept of highs and lows. Today's high was obviously a very, very key level right here, right? So breaking out of that level gave a move. So you have to imagine there was a lot of stops up here tonight, and once it broke through those levels, right, we got a little bit of a short squeeze right here. So squeezing them out, and we're actually coming back down into this zone right now this evening. So let's see what they have in store tonight. I don't know when they're planning on ringing the bell and hitting, tagging these all-time highs. I mean, they could do it any moment. I mean, we've seen so much faster moves than this, right? Why don't they do it right now? Like, why just go? I mean, come on, we're right there, right? Just push. And we've seen moves like this, right? Boom, like that. I mean, it's all you gotta do. Boom, we're there, all-time highs. Okay, we did it, ring the bell. But no, they got to do this here. So it's kind of funny stuff. So let's see how this handles throughout the evening. We've got a couple geometric lines that we're going to be tracking through the night and see how this goes right here. So we've got these level, this level here. Is that tagging in there? Hold on a second. that tag it in there? Let's see. Here, here, here. Here, here, here. Just off of it. Give me 1 second. So right there. Activate. And right there. So so that should be an interesting one going into tonight. And, you know, I mean, you got all-time highs right here. But it's really, at this point, you know, trying to make another line off of that would be pretty wild. So we'll see what they have in store for tonight and what is in store for tomorrow. So maybe we'll actually get some volume, and maybe Thinkorswim will be active, and we can trade using Thinkorswim tomorrow. That'd be great. So it's like you guys had one job, and just to have your system up, and couldn't do it on a Monday. It was one of the funnest mornings to trade. But anyway, good stuff. So is the S&P futures tonight, and we'll see what they have in store for the rest of the evening and into tomorrow. So good stuff. So let's take a look here. So today we're going to be continuing our conversation on day trading key levels, and we're going to be talking about the high and the low. So we already kind of touched on that there with the ES, but let's just kind of take a look here again. Let's go to the SPX here and just kind of look and see what happened here today. So we did gap up today, right? That was a big deal, right? And so you can see how these highs and lows really come into play, right? Now, from the prior day, very important, right? But even from previous highs and lows, when you come up to those levels, those can be important as well. It seems kind of common sense, but it's the truth, right? So this is where your gaps get filled right here, right? So there's your high and low right there. So that level right there became decent support here today, right? Got to bounce off of those levels, right? And worked its way to the upside. These prior highs right here, right, from 2 days in a row became a great area. That's why I was looking to short right here, right? Low volume to the upside, and then a nice move right there. So a good move right there, and those highs and lows off of that. So let's take a look here at Apple. Here's another example. Again, a lot of this kind of common sense stuff, but it's really good to review and just to keep it in mind and have it on your radar when you're day trading, not to lose sight of these as potential support and resistance areas, right? So you can see here, right? So yesterday's high, once we lost that, throughout the morning here on Apple, this is where we pointed this out short here today. What were we looking for? We were looking for a gap fill. We're going to be talking about gaps here as well. But that high and low, right, once we pushed through there, we got a nice move down on Apple, right? And we could see as well, right, that this plays out on something like Boeing, right? So we could see here, Boeing was a great one the other day, respecting the prior day's highs and lows, right? Today, it didn't respect much, but here yesterday, look at this, perfect opportunities on this on Friday. So here's the prior day's highs, right? You can see right here how nice those levels played out on Friday from Thursday, right? So it's obviously a huge resistance area right here, right? Big selling pressure off of that, huge drop off of that from last Thursday. And then on Friday, right, we came up to it right here, got really close to it, came back down again. We came here again, couldn't get there, higher low or lower high, and then boom, another move back down. So using the prior day's highs and lows can be a great level of interest. And you can even see here, right, this low right here was also respected here on Boeing too. So you can see how important these levels are. And when we're range bound, it's very, very interesting, right? So so they definitely can serve as key levels, and they can also serve as good breakout levels if you're not traveling through it the entire day, right? You go to Tesla, as an example here, we gapped above the prior day's highs, and without retesting those, right, it was basically go time today, right? So you can see right here, those were held really nicely, ended up leaving an open gap below, right? We had a nice lower shadow off of that today, and it was go time for Tesla. So keeping these levels in mind can be very, very important when doing our day trading tactics. So good stuff there, guys. Well, that's it for today. So hopefully you guys found that helpful. At this point, if anybody has any questions or chart requests, please feel free to plug those in the chat window, and we'll get through as many as we can and try to wrap up as early as possible so we can all get a good night's sleep and have another awesome trading day tomorrow. Ideally with Thinkorswim working. That'd be great. That'd be great. So good stuff. So we had a few that were sent in here via Twitter and email. So give me 1 second here. So the Optimist sent in Facebook. I love this one. So Facebook, guys, getting really, really tight. That's a messy chart right there. Let's pull up a clean one. So there we go. So getting really, really tight right here, right? Obviously it's in the context of a larger trend. So we've got from the lows to the highs and then through here, right? So it's been holding this trend line really, really nicely. We're getting tight again, right? We gapped up off of earnings. We've been holding that gap pretty well. We've been defending 50% of this breakout candles range. If we break down out of this really tight range, right, we might test the scene of the breakout right here and see where we go from there. If we break out of here, right, we might test a couple of these levels above. So Facebook is definitely looking interesting right here. I'm expecting it to make a move one of these days. Weekly chart, double inside week right now. So let's see how that goes going going into the rest of this week. So that should be interesting. We got Fed minutes coming up this week. It's kind of the big thing. We usually don't get much of a move off the minutes unless they say something else like that is positive or negative with the economy that they didn't touch on in the last FOMC meeting. So we'll see how that goes there. So good stuff. So Shirley sent a few in here via email. Again, Shirley's in our thoughts and prayers. So keep hanging in there and staying strong. Nvidia. Again, it's earnings this week, right? It's got it for Thursday. I think the report is actually Wednesday after the close, so it'll be tradable on Thursday. Again, it's going to be a big deal on the semiconductors, right? We'll see how that trades out here. Throughout the rest of the week. We're holding trend on this one. Bullish day today, gapped over an inside day, and turned into a pretty decent gap and go today, right? So you go to the 15-minute chart, right? Strong move at the open, held the A for the majority of the day today. So a nice move with a big move off the open on Nvidia today. So let's see if that continues to get some follow through. Overstock. More upgrades and stuff going on in this one. I told you guys, if you ever get bored during the day, see what Overstock's up to. Overstock's up to almost $120 from $2 3 months ago. Isn't that crazy? For why? Who knows? But it's still going, right? Double inside 15 up. Just a classic move right there. Double inside 15, tag the 80 man to move up at the end of the day and get some follow through after hours on that one. Also a 60 anchor today too. So again, bullish still proven otherwise for sure on Overstock. T-Doc. A lot of folks asking about T-Doc, so yes, this is a good one, guys. Finally got into the channel right here. Decent candle, good volume. Just watch out for this 50-day. It found a little resistance off of that. So if we can get above today's highs again and make a push, right, we might be able to see a move up to like that the next kind of levels up right there about that 212 area. It might try to work its way kind of up into this candle. So we'll see how that goes on T-Doc. So nice move there. Walmart, earnings tomorrow morning. Lots of retail on the radar coming into this week. So Walmart, big gap up. So surely just watch out for that. You got earnings coming up tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes and what happens there, right? So we're basically at all-time highs on Walmart. So we'll see what we go, right? If it gaps up tomorrow, we might see a gap and go. If it gaps down, let's see where we gap down to, right? If we gap down, below 127 area right here, we might see a push to the downside. Otherwise, we might see some chop or a quick gap fill on one of those levels there on Walmart. Home builders, looking at Lennar. Big move on that one today. A lot of this too. Also on the, I think there were some home numbers that came out today, so that's good. Also, Home Depot is at all-time highs as well, so keep an eye on that too. That's got earnings coming up tomorrow as well. Big box. Good stuff. Thank you, Shirley. All right, so let's take a look here. Let's see what else we got going on. So Bagash, what's happening? Hope you're doing well. Amazon. Yeah, so Amazon getting super duper tight here on Amazonius. So decreasing volume, really tight. So let's see if we can get some volume coming in this thing and maybe a breakout on it eventually here. It's been really chopping around for almost 35 days, right? So kind of going back and forth on that one. So see how that goes going forward. Maybe it's got another 10 days left in it. We'll see how that goes. Facebook, yeah, getting really tight here. Repeat, sorry, I see the pennant. Is it a bear pennant? It's kind of not really. It's not. It's kind of in the middle of the range. It's more of like forming a triangle. Like a pennant would be like, it'd have some sort of flagpole on it, right? Strong. I know nothing's pushed Facebook yet, so let's see how it goes. We need to see a breakout with some volume on that one. And then Google, I don't really mess with this one, but it's kind of hanging in there, trying to break out. Lots of upper shadows. Just this really nasty range on Google. Apple, of course. Nice gap up today, but it couldn't hold. Kind of pulled back in, faded the gap pretty quickly today, but it's still hanging in there, still holding multiple upward trends. So that's good there. Tesla, this is about as nice as it gets right here, right? So it got really tight, right? Pull back. We talked about this breakout right here. Doji sandwich, right? Got a gap on that one. It still looked like a pretty decent pause today because I like that lower shadow off of that. They got an upgrade over the weekend, gap and go, and just a nice move on Tesla today. So perfect stuff there. Good stuff. Hey, what's going on? Hope you're doing well. Oh, I know, yeah, pretty crazy day. Yeah, nice short at the open on Apple today. Give a little move right there, but otherwise it's kind of chopping around. Yeah, hopefully it does something tomorrow for sure. Square setting up for some more. Maybe, let's put it on the bullish radar. It's one that, it's looking okay. It had a decent candle today. It doesn't have much room to go to the upside. I mean, it's got, some pretty major levels to test, but let's just put it on the bullish radar because it's looking pretty good. Overall, decent candle right there. But again, not a lot of levels that it could go to. But if it gets strong, it could be interesting. While we're on that, let's take a look at PayPal too. Yeah, PayPal just a little bit of a move on that one. So we'll see how that goes as well. Yeah, my pleasure. Good stuff. Mike, what's happening? Thanks for tuning in. I know Tesla. Whoa, big move today. Double doji sandwich up. We love the two patties on that one. So, some good stuff there on that one. Microsoft. Whoa, that was the wrong one. Mr. Softy just kind of chopping around right here, so just kind of see how that holds. It's not really doing much right now. Software is a little bit blah, but we'll see how it goes. GLD finally got back in the game, right? So inside day up, back over the ADMA on that one. So it looked like it was working on an invisible bear flag, but instead it gapped up and had some pretty good volume today. So a nice move on gold. It's always disturbing when gold is up with the market. So we'll see how that goes. Again, the market's just been so nervous this whole way up, and now that it's all-time highs, it's doing that there. So oh, Bagash, I gotta put you on mute, Bo. We can't talk like that here. Sorry. So let's see. Gotta put you in timeout on that one. You know I always appreciate you, but we can't talk like that here. Royal, what's going on? So hope you're doing well. Yeah, I hope you had a great day too. Yep, Square looking pretty interesting. Yeah, nice push up there. STNE. Let's take a look. Nice consolidation right there. So let's see how that holds. Double inside day and just getting really, really tight in this range right here. So let's see if that gives a move. FSLY. So still kind of doing its thing right here at the bottom of this trend box. So hanging out in the cloud, but right now below the ADMA. So see if it continues to try to work on this this potential downside move. But we'll see how it goes right there. Again, it might just be building again for another move. CWH. Again, this has been a crazy one here. I mean, why this thing has been going up so much since the Corona crash? Who knows? I guess everybody's buying campers and RVs. I don't know, to go on vacation by themselves instead of go to like Disney World. So we'll see how that goes on CWH, but nice candle on that one today. Decent volume right here. It looks like it's coming back and retesting the upward trend line right there. So it's a nice inside day up right here, but it's kind of in this mini channel right here. So again, it needs to get back above that trend line. It had a nasty down move after earnings. So pretty cool, interesting stuff there. ZEK, what's happening? Good to see you. SFIX, let's take a look. SFIX inside day up to the 50-day moving average, and so let's see how that goes there. But yeah, nice move. I know you guys mentioned that yesterday, so good stuff on that. Pretty actually amazed to see it going like that. But great job on that one. I usually have trouble trading that Stitch Fix, but good job on that one. Charter getting really tight in here. I'd like to see a breakout candle on this one to see if we get some volume on that. BLCN. Nice breakout candle there, right? So good volume on that one, so that's definitely one to keep an eye on as well. TSM, I'm not sure how well that trades with options, but interesting there. TSM, again, this kind of got things started here today. We pointed it out with our group this morning. It's like, hey, this TSM is really gapping up a lot today. I know it's an ADR. But that kind of gave us a good idea to look at the semis as, with some strength today. So that's why Nvidia was a good one on the radar. AMD gave a little bit of a pop today. So let's see how it goes. A little bit of upper shadow right there, but we'll see what comes of that. The Nest, what's happening? GRWG. Again, huge move off of this one. So some members actually had this one on some swings. Decent breakout candle right here after earnings. Strong follow through in this one, so some nice upside on that one. I don't know. These, it's basically just a pot stock, right? So we'll see if it does one of those crazy pot stock things that they like to do. Walmart earnings tomorrow, so we're going to keep an eye on that one. SE, again, earnings are tomorrow, right? So tomorrow morning as well. Yep, tomorrow morning, so definitely another one to keep an eye on there too. It's been pretty epic, so let's see what they have in store for their earnings and where they go from there. Ulta, right up to the 200-day moving average on that one, so see how that holds as well, and what kind of action we get off of that. And then MRK. Bit of a pause day up there right there. This had a good write-up in Barron's this weekend, but it didn't get really much action on it. Probably a little bit from that, but not a lot of tradable action. I do like how it closed above this prior pivot level right here, but I don't like the upper shadow. I do like the volume, though, so that's good. The Nest, yeah, V. Still chopping around in the triangle right there. It was a nice candle today, but just still kind of in that range, right? So NetEase. So NetEase a decent candle today, low volume. So just nice upgrade after hours, sweet. So let's see if that gets a little bit of a move there. Let's see how it's looking here after hours. Yeah, not too much action there, but let's see if we get any follow through on that one into tomorrow. To the moon, yeah, exactly. If it keeps going, right, it could fill this gap right here and start to work its way back up to those all-time highs. IIPR. IIPR, yeah, so nice push on that one. Declining volume, though, so it's a little bit blah. It's not saying it's not going up right here, but a great move since this geometric breakout right here. This is a beautiful breakout candle right here and just holding its way up very, very nicely on that one. NTR. Let's take a look. Right at the 200-day moving average there. Inside day up, but kind of failed right there. So just kind of a little bit of resistance at the 200-day on that one. DPZ, is that moving it? Oh, right. It finally got pizza time. A little delivery today. So what we did like about this one is it finally got out of this congestion area here with this candle. Gave you kind of a nasty pause day, retested the 80 MA, and then continued to work its way back up. So nice job on that one. Alma, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. AMD compressed inside day. So you can see here, these are levels that we provide to our members here. So compressed inside day right here. So let's see how that holds. Holding the 80 MA. Let's see if we can break out one way or the other on AMD. But definitely getting tight right here. Might be waiting on the Nvidia earnings news. So we'll see how that goes. FedEx with a nice push up there and kind of came back in the range a little bit. LVGO. Again, nice candle today here, right? We were talking about ABC, right? Well, that was kind of our estimated B level. Who knows where it's going to end? But it gave a nice push today. Okay volume, and we'll see where it goes from there. And then TDoc, I know, super duper crazy on TDoc today. I think they had an upgrade this morning. I think whoever was looking at this breaking out of the channel, like, no, it needs to go back in the channel. Let's see if we can get any follow through the upside on TDoc here. So that would be pretty interesting on that one. JMOS, what's going on? Good evening. Yeah, GWRG. So GRWG. Such a wild mover right there. Incredible move. I know. Beautiful, beautiful follow through from Thursday and Friday. V, of course, still just kind of chopping around there in the triangle, but getting a little bit perkier. MCK. What did we say yesterday, right? So we talked about this this line right here, right? Just it was a nice candle, but running it right into that resistance. Got to get through it, right? And then TJX, and nice hammer today as it runs into coming up on earnings too. So big retail week this week. And I know, just yeah, I know, I hear you. Rocky, what's going on? Thoughts on gold stocks? Yeah, so sure, yeah, Buffett making a move into gold, so that certainly helped things a little bit, right? So inside day up. Again, kind of interesting stuff on the gold, right? They're talking about how expensive it is to mine things, and that expenses are going up. They've used the recent run up to pay down debt on a lot of these companies. So we'll see if it just continue to go. Obviously, gold's is going to be interesting, right? The miners are interesting, right? Eventually, you can only mine it all, right? So, but right now they're still kind of hanging in there. So good stuff on that. Me here, what's going on? Let's take a look here at Lulu. Yeah, Lulu kind of hanging in there, fresh all-time high, still pretty tight right there. Really needs to close with some good volumes, decreasing volume on that one. Not saying that didn't mean it didn't go up. It's just not looking inspirational to put a position on it, right? I want to see some movement, right? CLVS, nice candle on that one, great volume, of course. Biotech type names, so just be careful with that. And then Zoom. Great move on Zoom today, guys. One of my favorite moves today. I love it. Just kind of came out this morning. A little bit of news came out this morning, that they're starting their own telephone services or something like that. Yeah, Zoom phone cloud service available in 40 countries and territories, right? So that's pretty big. Whatever it was enough to get this thing going today, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful trade. Now it's still below this geometric line right here on the daily chart, but for an intraday move, 15 orb style. Great 15-hour breakout right here. Pull back to the 80, and there's a beautiful move up. Great volume came in here today, right, and gave a nice move up here into the end of the day. So, so nice move there on Zoom. Good stuff, Miri. Nice stuff. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Zoom, see if it continues to work its way up. X-Country Kev, yeah, Amazon. So Amazon getting really, really tight. Again, we're just waiting for some volume and some sort of breakout indication on that one. Right now, it's just getting really compressed, right? So, Twitter again, same thing. It's getting pretty tight as well. Again, heading into election season, so see what kind of hubbub happens there. Another spinning top here on DKNG. So really, really tight in this range. We're waiting for a breakout of this kind of massive consolidation, one way or the other, with some volume. Would be nice. Anke, what's happening? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, let's take a look at GS. Okay, breakdown there to the daily cloud on that one. Again, the banks were really weak today, kind of disturbing, but a little bit of flow out of those. There's some flow into them recently when everything was coming out of tech. So a little bit more into the semis today, a little bit more out of the banks today. So we'll see how it goes. Not looking too compelling either way on that one. CVX getting really, really tight in this range right here. Again, see how that goes with oil still. They made a deal with Iraq or something like that for exclusive drilling or something like that. So we'll see how that holds right there. Roku again holding this 143 level, becoming an important area right here. So you can kind of go back and see how important this one has been. Right, it was prior resistance level right here. Now it's becoming support. So let's see how that holds on Roku for now. And then BA. again, getting really, really tight in this range right here. So again, this thing needs some good news. I think there's even some more bad news on it today, but we'll see where that goes going in for going in tomorrow. See if we get any setups on that. Good stuff. Yeah, Adrian, what's going on? UPS. Let's take a look. So UPS, yeah, took a double inside day up the other way. Put an the other day. Put an inside day today. Low volume coming up on X Dividend. So just it's getting really, really tight in here. Let's wait for another potential move on here. It may still be working on a breakout with this one. See if it gets any follow through on that still. So good stuff there. Depend what's going on. Apple, yeah, nice gap up today and a pullback, still holding trend. Low volume today. We'll see how it goes. It's gearing up into its stock split coming up here too, which is going to be pretty interesting. FSLY, again, still low end of this range right here. It's right at the 50-day moving average, holding onto the cloud. So, again, just kind of pay attention to see if any indications happen on this one way or the other, really. I mean, a breakdown below these lows right here, below 72.50-ish, could be interesting for some more downside movement. Or a big breakout out of this cloud right here. Could start to see a couple of these levels above, too, on FSLY. So good stuff. Paul, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you're doing well. Great stuff. Great charting going on in the Discord. We always appreciate it. So let's take a look here. So Guild, let's take a look there. Yeah, messy, but a potential bounce. Yep, just coming back up to the 80 MA right here. Super duper messy chart. This is a good area, right? So it's definitely been getting some accumulation. Definitely looking like some accumulation here. Nice inside day up off of that one. Good stuff. Good. Hold on, guys. I'm going to grab a glass of water here 1 second. All right. Good stuff. Good stuff. We talk all day, right? So it's fun. So anyway, good stuff. So good. All right. Thanks, Paul. Appreciate it. Let's take a look at Tracy. What's happening? Docu. Yeah, let's see how that's behaving right here. Yeah, I got a little bit of a recovery there today. Nice doji up, got over the 80 MA, a little bit extra volume right there. Maybe it'll try to work on an earnings run there for you. Overstock, again, super duper strong. I guess we should put that on the bullish radar, just because. Why not? Right, so Overstock with a nice move on that one. Nvidia, see if we can get more fall to the upside on that one. Nvidia, again, still working on its earnings run there with a big move today. Again, just earnings, watch out for earnings coming up pretty soon. AYX, that was kind of working on a little bit of a bear pennant right there, but decided to reverse off of it. Not surprised because it's looking clearly like a bear pennant, right? So a little breakout to the upside on that one. So failed bear pennant up could lead it back up to the 80 MA on that one. Brian, what's going on? Intel, let's take a look here. Still in the accumulation period right here, so just kind of chopping around, right? We're going to wait for a move one way or the other on that. DA, hey, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. Charles, what's happening? Never mentions expected move, and I have no idea why. It's the only price level that really matters in options trading. Cool. Heather, what's going on? Good evening. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in. NVAX, let's take a look. NVAX, yeah, nice pop up there on NVAX, so let's see how that goes on that one. Nice job there. TMUS, let's take a look. TMUS looking interesting, getting really tight, right? Inside weak, so let's see if we can kind of give a push out of that way. It's still grinding. FTCH. Decent candle off of that one off of earnings. It was looking pretty rough yesterday off of that shooting star. I was like, just kidding, right? Kind of worked its way back up today there. So pretty neat stuff on that one. APPS, again, still super duper bullish, still proven otherwise on this one. PFE. Again, really, really tight on the PFE, so see if that eventually gives a breakout one way or the other on that one. LPSN, trying to poke its head above this little consolidation right here, so see how that goes. RCL, again, cruise lines, struggling, narrow range inside day on that one, and UCTT. Big upper shadow off of that one, off of these prior levels right here, and kind of came back there, so see if that might pull back and maybe fill that gap. Anyway, see it hangs on there. Nasty upper shadow on that one. Trelly, what's going on? Good to see you. Overstock. Yes, another big breakout candle out of this one. Who knows? Maybe it's going to 200 next. We'll see where it goes next on that one. So, DA, yeah, AAP earnings coming up on this one as well. So see how that holds right now. It's been bullish, still proven otherwise on that one. Nugget, Rocky, yeah, let's see what there. Yeah, inside day up for a little push right there. Still below the 200-day moving average on that one. And NEM, great move on that one today. So beautiful, beautiful move. I think it just had an upgrade too. But anyway, inside day up to get back over the upward trend line on that one. Very, very nice stuff. Jack, what's going on? W-Day, let's take a look. W-Day, trying to take the inside day up on that one, but struggling a little bit. G-O, what's going on? Gotta see, let's take a look at Workhorse and see. So Workhorse, yeah, guys, drama. This thing's just been such drama, right? So just super duper tight range, right? So again, even a breakout candle doesn't get follow through on this one, so really really tricky on that one. And then even no movement after earnings, right? So just this is kind of like a hands off one right now, right? So Ulta again, nice push to the 200-day moving average today, but came off of that a little bit. So let's see how that goes going into tomorrow. Shop with this one, yeah. So getting really really tight right here. Possible bear flag in the works, right? So you got this going on right here. Right, so see how that holds. It's just kind of shop is kind of chopping around a little bit right there. Johnson getting really really tight here again. So try to get out of this range, but couldn't do it today. RXT, big move on that one today, thanks to Amazon. Like basically they just like come out and then it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna buy them. It's like, okay, cool. So nice move on that one today. Got halted a bunch of times. So we'll see how that holds going there. But yeah, nice find on that one there too. Walmart earnings tomorrow morning. So we'll see how that goes and how that affects the retail sector. Suyog, yeah, JMIA, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, there's, it gave a nice bounce right here, so that was great. Right, this candle right here kind of indicates like, hey, this it's kind of running out of steam, right? Then it gave you that inside day, and once it broke that inside day low today, it was just like, okay, I'm out, right? That type of deal. So yeah, back below the trend line there. In fact, that could actually go on the bearish radar right here if the bears really want to start pushing that down. Let's put that on the bearish radar for tomorrow. Nice find on that one. So good stuff there on JMIA. Yeah, and then GLD. Again, nice inside day up on that one. JNUG, of course. Kind of hanging in there, inside day up on that one. V, still chopping around in the triangle right there. And then Mr. Softy, really, really super choppy too. See how it behaves. Let's wait till after X Dividend before we make any decisions on that one. DAS, so NetEase, we're going to see Sympathy plays with FSOI, etc. Maybe, NetEase, China company, right? So always a little bit sketchy on those. Of course, FSOI, it might get a little bit of a, possibly a move off of that one. GAN, I know this is the Paul favorite right here. Inside day up, gap up on that one. Earnings coming up on that. See if it gives a little bit of a run for you on that one. And then Nikola with an inside day down, right? So a little push down right there, holding the 80 MA on that one. Tejas, what's going on? Mex, let's take a look. Yeah, so Mex make a little bit of a move right there. So just kind of hanging out there at the over the cloud. So might give a little more action on that one. So let's see how that goes on that. AMKR, very 2-day bull flag right to the upside on that one. Nice stuff, Tracy. Good find. DA, yeah, my pleasure. Yeah, oh yeah, smash the likes. We always appreciate that. Trelly, what's going on? Have a great night. Really, thanks for tuning in. And Payc. Nah, Siri didn't come up with that one. Yeah, Payc's coming. Let's take a look at that one here. Yeah, it was kind of working. Again, it's not really a true doji sandwich right with the upper shadow right here. If I was going to see a doji on that, I'd rather see a gap up on a doji to get it moving, sort of like what Tesla did. And even a breakout right here, because right now it's not even really breaking out of anything. At least like something like Tesla, really kind of got out of like a major range. I mean, you can kind of argue that it was trying to, but it was still below the 50-day. A little bit tricky right there. So. Just couldn't get above it. It gave a little gap up this morning, then it just reversed pretty hard off of it. So pretty tough there. And then AMGN. AMGN with a upper shadow today. Again, kind of coming off of X Dividend right there. So some volume off of that, but no real breakout on that one. So good stuff, guys. Great, awesome chart requests tonight. So yeah, it was kind of a funky day today with Thinkorswim being down, but we were able to navigate it with the with TradingView a little bit. So hopefully, Thinkorswim is going to be up and running for us tomorrow, so we can have some more fun with some of our other cool tools. And so we've got that going on there. So yeah, is X Dividend good or bad? I mean, oftentimes it's just risky, right? Because sometimes it does gap down off of X Dividend. So we usually don't like to hold through it. It's not that you necessarily can short into X Dividend because sometimes they do gap up off of it, but it's just too risky to hold through it, right? Especially with options. So we have that going on. So, but yeah, so otherwise it's good if you play it for dividends, right? So that's good too. So anyway, good stuff, guys. I really appreciate everybody for tuning in this evening. If you're new here, definitely click subscribe on YouTube so you can keep checking out our videos. We don't just do the live streams, but we post videos throughout the day and other good technical analysis videos. So it's definitely worth it to subscribe. And whether you're new here or not, please hit the like button. We always appreciate that. And I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your evening. And thanks again for tuning in. Stay healthy out there, and remember your risk first.